Okay, so last week we were like, what year is it Corey Feldman is relevant? And then all of a sudden I have this remote control app on my phone, and it sometimes shows me ads, and it shows me MacGyver premieres tonight. And I was like, what?
What?
MacGyver? It's 2016. There's not a new MacGyver. And again, I don't have cable. I just watch YouTube pretty much exclusively.
Right.
So I got a hold of the premiere episode of the new series of MacGyver. And boy, was it terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Now, did you ever watch MacGyver?
No.
Okay.
Not a single time.
So, but you understand the
get
relevance of MacGyver, and he was always like making stuff out of paper clips and shit. That's like the big joke.
Yeah,
he could make an atomic bomb out of a paper clip and a rubber band. And MacGyver is actually a verb too. It's like,
it is now.
MacGyver.
Yeah.
So I watched it when I was a kid. It aired in 1985, I believe, when I was 4 years old.
Right.
Okay, so I caught it most of the time in syndication. Most of the time, I wouldn't sit down and watch a full episode. I would watch
Havoc. Havoc plays MacGyver.
Oh, is that
It's the guy that plays Havoc in X-Men First Class.
All I could think about was that the role of MacGyver was severely miscast.
Because I can see that. Like, I'm looking at the kid's face and I'm like, really? That's MacGyver?
That's MacGyver.
That's MacGyver?
But see, the problem is, and so I watched
he kind of looks a little bit like MacGyver,
right.
I guess.
Okay, so I watched the premiere of the new episode of MacGyver. And then today I watched the pilot episode of the original series.
Right.
And I think where they fucked up in this new series is with the casting and portrayal of the character of Angus MacGyver. Because in the original series, he just looks like just your average Joe kind of guy wearing a flannel shirt. Yeah, he was really super smart. He did work for this government agency or a super secret agency, and he would go in and rescue people and defuse bombs with just regular tools. And in the pilot, there's an acid leak at this laboratory, and there was a vending machine, I guess, that had fallen over, and some chocolate bars fell out, and he picks up all these chocolate bars, and the girl that's with him, she's like, what, you eat chocolate? He's like, maybe we could store some energy. But anyway, he's like, the chemical composition of this chocolate reacts this way with this acid, and it'll like gum up this thing so we can seal this leak and rescue these people. So, and he does use like paper clips to shut down this rocket and everything in the first episode, and it's great. And all that is done in the new series, but MacGyver in this new series comes off as arrogant.
Oh,
okay, which definitely was not
the
spirit of
no.
MacGyver from the original. He's always like, he meets this computer hacker, and he's like, you hack computers, I hack everything else. And he's always like,
Lord,
I'm the guy who does all this stuff. And when he's in this new series, when he's making the little contraptions or whatever, or when he's doing when he's MacGyvering, they have like subtitles that show what the tools he's using. And it's funny because someone posted a meme on Reddit today, and it's like, we had to be told 3 times what a paperclip was. And he used a paperclip 3 different times. And I know that's the joke about MacGyver, is that he can do whatever with a paperclip and a rubber band and a battery or whatever. But they actually did it 3 times in here. Now, some of the things that they kept that I noticed was the voiceover, because MacGyver did a voiceover in the original series. He does a voiceover in this one. But the MacGyver show was pretty much centered around MacGyver. And in this, you've got MacGyver, and then you've got this hacker girl, and then you've got his buddy who's like the gunner, the hired muscle kind of guy. I guess he was on CSI for a long time. And then he goes home and he's got this roommate who's like, the hip urban black dude who has no idea what MacGyver does for a living. And there was some twists and turns, but some of the camera work was absolutely horrible. There was a scene where he's talking to his partner, and it looked like the camera kept shaking up and down, like they weren't even using any kind of stabilizer or anything for the camera.
It was just some dude holding it.
I guess so. And I'm just like, come on, man.
You can't shoulder that shit.
And it just looked horrible. The dialogue was terrible. The camera work was really bad. And it just makes me wonder, I was like, how did this even get greenlit? Because apparently, and I did some research on the new episode, but evidently the original idea for the pilot was wildly different, and then they shot a new one. and this is what we got. So I really don't see MacGyver lasting even a whole season. I think it's that bad.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to be one of those things that's so bad it's good? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Is it going to be one of those shows like Bones that just flies under the radar forever? I don't think so. I think it's going to be so bad that really it's going to fall off pretty quick.
By the way, this week in Is Bones Still a Thing? Bones is absolutely still a thing.
Bones
they
is
just
still
put
a
new
thing?
episodes up on Netflix.
Oh my God, Bones is still a thing. This just in. So go watch MacGyver if you want to laugh, I guess. And that being said, going back and watching the original MacGyver without the nostalgia goggles on, it's not that good either.
Right.
Really.
So a buddy of mine from up in the city apparently was watching it, and he had posted on Facebook. So I didn't even know this was a thing until like right before it aired, but I'm watching it now. And then after it was over, he posted, so it's definitely not MacGyver, but I'm going to enjoy hate watching this.
And I was thinking, I was like, maybe I'll watch next week's episode just to see how shitty it is too.
Yeah, to see if it continues the shitty trend.
All right, we'll see. MacGyver, does it suck? In my opinion, yes, it does. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. All right, let's move on.